Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be showing you how to do my base makeup. I get a couple of questions here and there about what products I've been using and things like that, and I just wanted to feature some of those on my channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's go straight into the video. So for the base, I'm going to start out with Glossier Priming Moisturizer. Now priming your face I don't think is like one of those necessary things when you're just starting out with makeup, or maybe if you don't have a lot of time, but I do think that having a product like this that's doing 2-in-1 is very helpful, because basically I find that for me, priming just kind of keeps my makeup in place all day, and it just makes sure that it's not slipping and sliding anywhere that it shouldn't, or like kind of like starts to get patchy. So it just gives a really nice base, and that's just kind of what priming does for my skin. I have pretty oily, acne-prone skin. As you can see, I'm going to come up a little bit closer. I've got a little bit of like scarring over here. I've got active zits like on my face. So my skin is in no way perfect. I do have peach fuzz. I do have texture, but we just got to work with what we have. This one is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination Cream. It's color correcting and it's illuminating, which is great. I'm in medium tan, more just for every day. This is something that I do reach for, but it makes my oily skin look a little bit more oily. But I think in the winter months, this will be a good one to reach for. But for foundation, I've been using my Fenty Beauty foundation because it's really liquidy, and that's what I'm going to use today. So it's really liquidy, and if you're just starting out with foundation, I don't think that you should go out and get yourself, you know, Fenty Beauty just because it's Fenty Beauty. I mean, there's so many drugstore foundations that are really great. So how I like to apply this is I like to go in with my finger, and you can see how runny this foundation is. I just like to go in with my finger and then just like swipe these like across my face, along the middle of my forehead. I never do like my full-on forehead because my forehead's always much darker than the rest of my face. So on the sides of my nose, and then I go in with a damp beauty blender. This is kind of what I do every day when I want some more makeup. For me personally, because I have a little bit more acne prone skin, I do like to go in with a couple of concealers. This one is one of my favorites. It's the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. So before you could see like the middle of my forehead had a couple of like acne scars, and those scars are kind of dark. So I just like to cover that up with like a bright concealer. And then I do like to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. Now, I'm not saying that you guys should purchase any of these products at all. I'm just saying like go in with something of this genre. So like get like an under eye brightening concealer. I blend out the outside of my concealer. I never blend out like on top of the concealer. The concealer is not there for you to like rub it away. Like concealer is there so that you can actually conceal that area. One time I went to lunch with my mom, and I didn't blend my foundation to the bottom of my neck, like blend it in, and she kind of called me out on it, and I was really embarrassed. So now I always blend my foundation to my neck because I don't want my mom to say something. But otherwise I just lower my jaw like this, and then I blend that in. So I like to powder certain areas of my face. I think powdering is really important. I used to not think it was, but then I realized how oily my skin was. So I'm using the Fit Me by Maybelline powder matte and poreless powder. And then I'm also going to powder anywhere that I concealed. So the bronzer I'm using is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is pretty popular, but there's a ton of different bronzers on the market. Benefit has Hoola, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. If you're not looking at one from Sephora, then there's so many Rimmel Stay Matte. You can get one in the darker shade. Oh, Physicians Formula, the Bronze Booster. I know that's really popular as well. So again, no reason to go out and purchase a $30 bronzer, but for me this is just the color that really kind of warms up my skin very well. I know it's very popular amongst the beauty community. I was just telling my sister the other day, I don't really go I just take it right where I see the divot of the divots of my cheekbones slowly start to come in. I want a more lifted cheekbone versus a more chiseled in kind of face. That's just personally what I like. So next is one of my favorite parts, it's to highlight. Now if you have a lot of texture on your skin, so you've got like, what that means, like a lot of acne, blackheads or whiteheads kind of like running along the sides of your cheeks, I'm just letting you know that highlight does emphasize that texture because you're highlighting the top of that bump or whatever that texture is. I would recommend like using more of like a creamy or like a dewy kind of like Vaseline type of highlight to highlight it versus a powder. I feel like powder even more emphasizes that texture. Some people take it like all the way up to like their cheekbones, like up in this area. I just take the excess and like bring it there, but I mainly focus it like right underneath my brow bone. I wrap it around the side here, and then I bring it towards my the highest point of my cheekbone. I find that that's what photographs best for me, and also like what looks the best on me because it highlights like this section here. And then I also just take a little bit like on the tops of my eyebrows, like right in this area. And then I also run that highlight just down the bridge of my nose. I never take it like in my unibrow section. I literally take it when my nose starts to stick out because that just emphasizes again like my nose and making it look much taller. And then I always run it across at the ball of the nose, like at the tip of the nose. So I just brought the light down and you can see like how glowy my skin looks. So now that I've got pretty much my base makeup on, I like to just finish it off with Max Fix Plus. Now I had a friend who told me that a makeup artist used just a random spray bottle of water on her, and she likes to set her makeup up that way. Now this video is really more about skin, so that's why I'm not really going to go into eye makeup so much, but just a couple of things. I do like to take NARS Laguna bronzer or any kind of warm tone bronzer and just run that on my eyelid because like in every other video I always say I have pretty flat eyelids. So I really like to take some bronzer and just like warm up my eyes with it and kind of give me more of a sun-kissed look and bronze up my eyes. So I am back. I just finished up my makeup, my eye makeup, and my lips. Again, I know there's hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube about foundation routines and this and that. This is just how I get my skin complexion, so if you have maybe similar skin to mine, or if you're using some similar products, or you want to just try out some new products, then I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of me, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter, and I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Bye!